is I, Jonah Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, where we have just heard, just moments ago, the exciting news that the United Nations, the worthless United Nations, finally has stood up for human rights. They actually passed a resolution in the Security Council that authorizes a no-fly zone around the city of Benghazi. Now, Benghazi is on the coast, and Gaddafi and his militant, oppressive regime are pressing their offensive toward that town. Now, the United Nations has decided for some strange reason to stand up for human rights and authorize the no-fly zone over the city of Benghazi. Benghazi is a town on the coast, and the Libyan army under Gaddafi is pressing their offensive toward them. So in other words, as far as military tactics go, it's like another Tobruk. If you're familiar with military history, then you understand that Tobruk was where the British forces were backed up against the Mediterranean Sea and had to be evacuated. And for all intents and purposes, this is what's going on with the Libyan rebels that have absolutely no support, or at least didn't have any support from the Western world. But now, all of a sudden, there has been a little bit of a backbone and a spine standing up for these people that are crying out for freedom. A no-fly zone resolution was actually sponsored in part by Britain, France, and a little bit less from the United States and Lebanon. And now it means that any planes that try to attack that town of Benghazi may be subject to retaliation from UN forces. But of course, we all understand that UN forces means absolutely nothing. The way that it meant Korea, it means that we are going to have to enforce that no-fly zone. Because I can assure you, Britain and France are just talk, no action. It will take some of our Mediterranean fleet to actually enforce that no-fly zone. But what this comes down to, as far as political opportunities go, is here is a chance for this great nation, once again, in this evolving chaos in the Middle East, to stand up for the rights of people that are crying out for liberty. You see this flag behind me? This flag was the first national flag in the United States of America when we wanted freedom and liberty from oppression from the British Crown. And now you have an opportunity, or should I say His Mightiness Obama has an opportunity to stand up for the cries of freedom of oppressed people in Libya. This is his big chance. It's been handed to him on a platter to do the right thing for once and stand up for the rights of people that cry out for freedom. Not only should they enforce the no-fly zone, but they should do everything they can to back the freedom-loving rebels in Libya and push not only enforce the no-fly zone, but push these damn forces of Muammar Gaddafi right to hell off the coast and right back to Tripoli, if that's what it means. Because here it is. These people in the Middle East, even as we speak, in Bahrain, Egypt, and all over the Middle East are crying out for freedom. And it's about damn time that our worthless president stops thinking about what this would mean as far as repercussions in the Muslim world would be, and stand up for liberty and freedom wherever it may raise its head. Case closed. Let me tell you this right now. If all this would have happened under the watch of President George W. Bush, there would be no doubt as to the response of the American government and the American people. I guarantee you this, if those Iranian protesters protested under his watch, George W. Bush would have stood up for them don't know. But if he does shoot down one Libyan aircraft, then he has my support. Until next time, this is your favorite conservative curmudgeon saying this to you now. God bless the United States of America, and we are indeed that shining city on a hill. Until next time, I say this to you now. Over and out!